Plant expansion complete.
What's going on, y'all? It's Das, and I'm ready to open up a big fat can of whoop ass right here. In Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, we're back. We are logging in once again. Let's claim these rewards that just popped up for us for the daily login bonus. We got a whole lot of extra shit though. Holy shit. Look at all these suckers. We got mother base coins out the booty hole, fuel resources, suckers. We gonna take all of them. I think I'm gonna have to just skip all these A ranks because I think I got about 200 motherfuckers coming in. Yeah, we definitely got over 99 new staff members coming in. We also got some PF grade points, or PF grade battle results that just went on. A whole lot of wins, nothing but wins. Nothing but asses have been whooped right here. We got a couple of points. We'll spend those as soon as we find out exactly what we need. The last time we left off, though, we were running through the FOB missions on that last FOB event. Let's start off with some side ops right here. We haven't done a side op in quite some time. We've been doing some main ops, and mostly it's been the FOB missions. So let's run through a quick side op. Eliminate the wandering puppet soldiers. Let's do it.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.
Alright, so let's get set up real quick. I cannot use quiet. It's interesting. So I guess we're going to use our boy DD. I don't know why I can't use quiet on this Eliminate the Wandering Puppets mission, but it is what it is. I think we're pretty much set up the way I want to be. Let's get this bad boy started.
Deploying. Mission list updated.
Alright, so we got us a new main op. We're not able to access it yet, but looks like we do have a new main op. We'll check that out soon. But first, let's get this blah 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 supply outpost marked.
Be careful down there, boss.
We're gonna get this started. We're flying! I gotta be careful taking these damn stunt jumps. Cause sometimes this car flips the fuck over and blows the fuck up. Alright, so we got some enemies. DD's got them all marked. Looks like they're all on the inside of the outpost. Oh, okay. I think I get it.
That's the target.
Analysis complete.
This boy is a lion-ass boaster, huh? Oh, you gonna slap me, you hoe? You gonna slap me up? You suckers ain't worth a damn. Y'all basically glorified target practice. I'm busting skulls up in this motherfucker. Again, you gonna slap me? You gonna slap me? I ain't your mama. I ain't your hoe. You ain't my pimp. Don't slap me. Got the goddamn sandstorm running through here. This is a pretty easy mission. Besides them slapping me up a couple of good times. Oh, you missed, bitch.
Side ops list updated.
Damn, that was quick. Ran through these suckers like it was nobody's business.
Updated.
Let me see if this, pretty much done here. That was a pretty quick and easy little side op right there.
Enemy presence detected. Support helicopter requested.
I'm gonna call in my chopper. Probably need to Phantom Cigar the Sandstorm away so he can land. Then we're gonna head back to the ACC. We got a new main op. Let's see what that's all about. What is going on here? These suckers, I Phantom Cigar'd, and these suckers ran to the goddamn anti-aircraft emplacement and tried to fuck Pequod up, but Pequod was not playing those games. Y'all gotta stop fucking with Pequod. Pequod ain't no motherfucking joke. He too swole for this.
Gaining altitude.
Who's tearing up? What you doing? Where's he at?
Warning.
You're lucky you pulled me back. I would've blew your ass up.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Boss, about that AI pod you retrieved from Emmerich's research facility. Guess what we found inside? A corpse. Human. The pod maintained a low internal temperature the whole time, and very little outside air got in. That would have slowed down decomposition. Still, the remains were mostly skeletal. Estimated time of death is between 6 months and a year ago. We put the screws to Huey about it. Listen to the tape. Turns out it was the body of someone we knew very well.
Let's see what's going on with this tape here.
Fine. Yes, Strangelove was doing AI research in that lab. Why hide that until now? Why? Okay, so what? I wasn't working alone. You've got to understand. You do understand, right? I didn't want to drag her into this. It's my load to bear, alone.
So you didn't create the AI intended to drive Sahelanthropus. It was Strangelove.
Skullface was never in favor of AI control. So naturally they argued. Strangelove, she got him angry and he killed her.
How? You didn't see it? So you found her inside that pod after the fact. And you just left her body to rot in there. Or perhaps you put her in there afterward.
I asked him not to take her away from me.
So she was killed by Skullface, but you asked nicely, and he put her body in the AI pod for you?
That's right.
Pathetic. You know, we have another idea. That you killed her.
Development complete.
Me? I couldn't kill her.
Development complete.
You killed her and locked her body in the pod.
I wouldn't. Don't treat me like one of you. I can't just kill anyone whenever I feel like it. I'm a normal human being.
Oh, I see. So you just shut her inside and waited for her to die.
I would never do that.
What, you mean she killed herself?
Yes. She climbed inside that pod and shut the door. It can't be opened from the outside. It was suicide.
Hmm?
Suicide, I said. She killed herself. She got in when I wasn't looking and suffocated. She'd often try to do things like that. By the time I realized and opened the door, she wasn't breathing. I got scared and shut the pod again. I couldn't bring myself to open it back up. That's right. Me? Kill her? What is wrong with you?
I see. Just tell me one more thing.
Haven't you gotten enough today?
Okay, I see it's a painful memory. You don't have to answer, just listen to the question. You see, we examined her remains. She had a scar on her lower abdomen, a surgical scar. It had been stitched up and had fully healed, meaning it was long before her death. She had a child, didn't she? Your child. Where's the kid?
How should I know?
So there is a child.
I've never seen his face.
What do you take us for?
They took it all. Even my child. I didn't even know he'd been born. I lost everything.
How old would he be?
It's 4 years since then.
And you know it's a boy.
Strangelove said so.
And his name?
We called him Hal, even though I never saw his face.
I don't know what to think about that. So Strangelove died before the events of the game. He first said that Skullface killed her. Then he said that she killed herself. First he said she wasn't involved. Now she was involved. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Huey. This entire time I had been kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt and kind of questioning why Kaz was so suspicious of him. But this tape right here, and pretty much a lot of his actions throughout the game, why do we have to keep interrogating him to find out information that would be beneficial to Diamond Dogs if he is, you know, 100% legit, and he's not working for Skullface and Cypher? I don't know what the fuck is going on with Huey. I don't like it. His stories are not adding up. Let's find out some more information about the man on fire, Colonel Volgin.
Volgin, the GRU colonel, was burned alive with a Shadowheart during Operation Snake Eater 20 years ago. Despite suffering severe burns to his entire body, he still clung to life. After you left Seleniarsk, Volgin's body was taken to a research institute in the outskirts of Moscow. But modern medicine couldn't explain why he was still alive. Not that the colonel was any ordinary man to begin with. That constant electric current he had running through his body that he could unleash at will. To be honest, I was always uncomfortable around him. Thought I might get electrocuted just by standing nearby. The institute studying him was tasked with investigating and developing human paranormal abilities. The comatose Volgin was used to further the Soviet Union's research into such abilities. But not long ago, the facility burned to the ground, and Volgin's body was never found among the rubble, even though the fire started in the room where they were keeping him. This occurred at around the same time you woke up. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, and this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgin. It's not over yet. Back in '64, in Seleniarsk, you brought his plans for a utopia down in flames. That grudge is what's keeping him alive. The day the research facility holding Volgin burned down, a Soviet jumbo passenger jet happened to crash nearby, far away to the north of that hospital in Cyprus. On board the plane was a young boy who was being studied at the same facility. The plane fell to Earth from over 8,000 feet, but the boy's body was the only one not recovered. At almost exactly the same time as the crash, Vulcan awoke in that facility. According to the Research Institute's documents, the gifts this boy demonstrated included psychokinesis and telepathy. To protect his mind from being inundated with other people's thoughts, he always wore a kind of gas mask. A rudimentary form of psychic insulation, apparently. We don't know where this boy is, but if Skullface is connected to him, we may cross paths with him yet. This boy is part of a new age where nothing we understand about the world makes sense anymore. Don't let your guard down.
So, in case there was any doubt, that is definitely Psycho Mantis. And, as we already found out, that the man on fire was Colonel Vulcan. We got a couple more cassette tapes right here. Let's talk some more about Skullface's objective.
A ruler's greatest wealth is not money or land. It is the number of individuals under his control. Subjects who work, consume, are there to be used as pawns in war. For a capitalist ruler, his people's power becomes his power. You are the same. With your diamond dogs, you spin it with your speeches. But what you're doing is bringing as much talent as you can into your little domain. Every person another feather in your cap. Yes. Since ancient times, every civilization's ruler has had the same idea. When people unite under one will, they become stronger than the sum of their parts. And the one will is the ruler's will. And what do rulers use to bring people together? Language. In the Old Testament, it is written that only one language was spoken in Eden. A shared tongue that united all of humanity. Mankind eventually grew aware of its power and harnessed that strength to build a tower to the heavens. The mighty Tower of Babel. This angered God, who splintered the language of man, and the tower was never completed. Languages emerged, and the earth was divided as men went their separate ways. Every age is the same. A ruler's first order of business, after conquering new land, is to force his tongue on its people. Ancient Rome, Napoleon, and now Zero. English is wreaking havoc around the world right now. The British Empire tilled the land with war as its hoe, then began planting the seed that is English. Eventually, American capitalism became the new instrument. To play its game of wealth, you only had to abide by one rule: English. By exploiting people's desires, English has become a leash that people gladly wear around their necks, it would seem.
Alright, so let's hear a little bit more about Code Talker and his research.
There's something I've been wondering. Why are you called Code Talker? During World War II, the U.S. military used the languages of different tribes, including the Navajo, as codes, right? I know the term Code Talker was used to mean people sent to the battlefield to speak in those codes. Were you one of them?
Our mother tongue was indeed used for war. But I did not go. I was already over the conscription age. However, I was made to help craft the codes that were spoken. So in a wider sense, you could call me a code talker for that. Navajo is a complex language, and virtually no one outside the U.S. speaks it. They must have thought it was the perfect language to use as a code.
Yeah, in the end, the Japanese never cracked it. The cipher is king in information warfare.
Of course, they didn't simply speak in Navajo.
Unit dispatched.
They created substitutions for words according to a code book, and then translated those into our language. Young Diné was sent to the front lines of the Pacific Theater as code talkers. To fight is an honor for the Diné. They were the pride of our people. But I cannot say this history brings me joy. Words are alive. When they are spoken, life is breathed into them. They become a part of the listener. Our words were transformed into lifeless ciphers and used for war. This, after the Black Ana spent generations suppressing the language.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I guess we shouldn't be calling you Code Talker, huh?
No, I do not mind. The reason Skullface called me Code Talker was because I also am responsible for coding language into the vocal cord parasites. I am the same as those young warriors, used for a cipher's sake. I must never forget that. The name, Code Talker, is a lesson carved into my being.
You said Skullface ordered you to weaponize the vocal cord parasites. But you also said he wasn't the reason.
And he wasn't. I was seduced by the parasites. That is a fact.
How? You mean from your curiosity as a scientist?
That I cannot deny. But there is more to it. The story goes back to the 19th century, to my earliest memory. One day, a man from the government visited our Hogan, our home. I cried as he yanked me from my mother's arms and took me away to an Indian boarding school. From that day forward, I became George. This was the name my teacher gave me. I was forced to give up my Diné name, forbidden from speaking anything but English. If we dared utter a word of filthy Navajo, the teacher made us eat a bar of soap.
Yeah, that was the U.S. government's education policy for Native Americans.
To erase our words was like erasing our people. Their education was tantamount to ethnic cleansing. Over time, the overt persecution of our language stopped. But to this day, it continues to be eaten away by the lingua franca, that is English. Many of the Diné outside the reservations can speak nothing else. And it isn't just our language. Across the world, minority languages are being destroyed by dominant languages. Many are on the verge of extinction.
Enter the vocal cord parasites.
Yes, I began thinking that minority languages needed some sort of deterrent against dominant languages. In order that their peoples and cultures would survive. It was then that I came across literature at the Foundation claiming that man acquired language thanks to a type of parasite, one that distinguishes between languages as a precursor to reproduction. If I could just resurrect it, make it more pathogenic, I would have my deterrent against English. But I failed to hide that aim from Skullface. He noticed. Yes, I wanted to retaliate against the English language, though never did I intend to actually use it as he planned. You know how the story ends. I was forced to study how to make the parasites compatible with all the world's languages. All but English.
However, he in fact secretly isolated an English strain.
I will not be held prisoner by the man's phantom. The English strain must not be allowed to exist either.
Alright, let's learn a little bit more about the vocal cord parasites.
So what were they doing at Nzoya Badia, Baloo? That facility with all the people laid out in rows?
The abandoned factory Shabani was held in.
It is precisely as you guessed. Black Ana was coding languages into the vocal cord parasites. They infected the subjects with the parasites, then made an incision in the throat to expose the vocal cords. That allowed them to play recordings of a desired language directly to the parasites.
And the parasites learned the languages that way. That's some teaching method.
I just don't get how a bunch of bugs had the brain power for it.
They don't. Do not judge them by human standards.
Clouds approaching.
They do not learn as a function of intellect.
Then how do they do it?
What language the parasites react to is coded into their genes. You could expose the Japanese strain to English for
Development
years,
complete.
and it would never learn the language and react to it. The pronunciation, rhythm, and structure are different. But what about, say, Spanish and Portuguese? Linguistically, the two are very close.
Yeah, they're both Ibero-Romance languages.
Even so, a Spanish language mating pair exposed to Portuguese will not copulate. Only when they hear Spanish. Only then. And the majority of their offspring will be the same.
So it's a literal case of a mother tongue.
But if that's so, I don't see how the different strains can be created in the first place.
Well, among the many thousands of offspring, there may be just a few that react to Portuguese.
You're talking about mutations.
Correct. Playing the tapes helps to identify the mutant strains. Those specimens are then isolated and bred with one another. From their children, specimens that react more strongly to Portuguese can again be selected and bred. Repeating this process creates a strain that reacts solely to Portuguese and never to Spanish. Mutation and selection. No different to breeding roses.
So you kept increasing the change over the generations, adapting them to languages from all over the world. Must have taken a hell of a lot of patience.
More like patience. Just how many died for this?
There's something I still don't get. In order to tell which larvae will react to Portuguese, you'd have to let them develop and then see which copulate. That means you'd need tens of thousands of guinea pigs. There's no way you could do that in a facility that small.
For normal selective breeding methods, you would be right. But there is a more effective selection method when training the vocal cord parasites.
Go on.
It is not only when mating that the parasites listen for language. Shortly before hatching, larvae display markedly increased activity in reaction to particular language. The active eggs can be identified under a black light, so the eggs that react to Portuguese are selectively placed in the throats of subjects. So you see, narrowing down strains that react to the target language is an effective process. Though I'm sure that even so, many lost their lives to create the various strains.
Taken against their will into that dungeon.
There are two reasons for playing the tapes for the parasites. One, to isolate the eggs that respond to the target language. And two, to cause the specimens raised from the selected eggs to mate.
I get how the system works. But why do they respond to language before they even hatch? It's not like they can mate from inside an egg.
It is because the larvae learn the language before hatching.
You mentioned that what language the parasites respond to is hard-coded into their genes, and that they don't have the brain power to actually learn a language. But then you say that the larvae at Nzoyabadiabulu were learning the languages in the egg. Your story doesn't add up.
Your country is home to a unique songbird. The Japanese bush warbler.
Sure, what of it?
What a beautiful call it has. But no bush warbler can sing it perfectly at the start. As chicks, they can barely chirp at all. They must learn from their parents and other adult birds. Only then can they sing properly and attract females. So naturally, there are individual differences in each bird's call. Though they start on the same footing, each bird is influenced by its teachers.
And the parasites are the same?
Like the birds, The parasites have a genetic predisposition towards a particular language. But while in the egg, the larvae's ears are tweaked by listening to the voice of the host. This tweaking ensures that the grown parasites will react better to the host's speech pattern.
Why would they have an ability like that?
Well, there are distinct regional differences within even the same language. Rare is the language that has no unique dialects. Yes, learning the host's speech pattern before hatching attunes the larvae to whatever twist of pronunciation it will encounter. This adaptive ability is what makes them so formidable.
I see. So a language requires selective breeding, but the parasites can learn dialects by themselves.
Of course, having the egg-stage larvae listen to the tapes in the factory was not meant to teach them. It was more important to use that trait of theirs to identify the mutated strains. As I mentioned earlier,
Is that really accurate enough to use as a weapon? You could wipe out a neighboring ethnic group by accident if their pronunciation is too close.
what you say is true. In that sense, they are imperfect as ethnic cleansers. But for his purposes, they are good enough. His objective was not to exterminate any one ethnic group, but to render the world's lingua franca, English, inert.
Alright, so we learned a little bit more about the vocal cord parasites, Code Talker Ahen's research, and a little bit more about Skullface and his objective. We do have a new mission right here. That's the Cursed Legacy mission. That's the new main op that we have, but we still do have quite a few side ops, so we're going to try to bust out a couple more of these and keep it rocking and rolling like that. So we got a couple of extractions, but these two missions right here, extract the legendary Ibis and the legendary Jackal, they have pretty good GMP rewards, so we're going to try to knock these two out real quick. I guess we can do both of these because they're both in Africa. We'll try to do the Jackal one first.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Central Africa.
While the tapes were playing, I noticed that I unlocked the... thought I had locked the bandana. We got the battle dress. I swore I had unlocked the bandana. I really wanted to see what that looked like, but we also unlocked the whatchamacallit, the blast arm. And I wanted to see what that's all about as well. The rocket arm, we already know. Stun arm, bionic arm. Let's see what that blast arm is all about. It's pretty sexy. I think I say that about every single thing that I put on Big Boss. I think it's just the man that wears it, no homo though. Let me just back out real quick and verify that the bandana has finished with its completed development, because I did want to try that out.
Please specify a project.
So let's check out the uniform tab real quick. Yeah, it's done with development, but I wasn't able to select it in the side ops sortie menu selection screen. So let me see if I can select it now. Maybe it was just because I went straight into the menu without coming out of the iDroid.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Central Africa.
Let's try this one more again. There we go. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It definitely does not look bad. You got the mullet working back. No more ponytail, but we're rocking the mullet right now. Let's see what this looks like in game. We're gonna get this bad boy started.
Deploying.
Got the little horn sticking out on the top of the bandana. We rocking that Peace Walker look. Oh boy, DD doing his thing, looking like a little fiend. I I'm liking the way the bandana looks. I always like the mullet a little bit more than I like the ponytail. I guess I'm used to the mullet from Peace Walker 3 and Ground Zeroes. Ponytail's a good look for the boss, but I've always been a fan of the mullet. Like I was saying before, Big Boss did throw the boss's bandana away and claimed the title of Big Boss at the end of Peace Walker, finally kind of putting his past behind him and setting out and trying to make his own future. But I do like, I just like the way this looks. It's a good look. So I put a marker on the center of this side-up area. And it's probably where we're going to find this legendary jackal at. Actually, we got Dee Dee in the truck, so I don't need to be too cautious, but I don't want to be too sloppy and get my ball sack bitten off by a goddamn jackal. There they go. Just like I said, Dee Dee doing his thing, baby. I want to blow them up so badly. We're going to do this nice and non-lethal to the animals and kidnap them, bring them back to the base, put them in our zoo. What y'all looking at, suckers? What y'all looking at, puppies? Take your nap, no. Oh. You hungry?
That's the target.
You hungry? Take your nap, Fido. You hungry? Don't come over here. Don't come over here. Ain't no kibbles and bits for your bitch ass. You can have a trank bullet, though. How's that make you feel, punk and stuff? Or the big boys coming? Oh, you a black motherfucker. Oh, you a black... Sit your ugly ass down. You got another sucker over here. You see me? I see your bitch ass. You taking naps. You taking naps. I can imagine if I didn't have Dee Dee with me and I didn't see them from hundreds of meters away, that could have been a problem with all of these guys or all of these dogs right on top of me. They could have just bit my ass, smooth the fuck up. That caused a big problem for me. But we tranked them all real quick, kidnapped them. And that's the legendary jackal. Taking a ride, baby.
Side op completed. Side ops list updated.
Good dog.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Holy shit, that's a lot of GMP. That's a lot of GMP. 520,000. Definitely will take that. We got a challenge list. We got a challenge list reward to claim. I'll take those fuel resources. Was it 520,000 or 52,000? I think I'd be well over 390,000 if it was 520,000. No, it was 52,000. I added an extra zero. I got happy and added an extra zero, but that's not what it's looking like right here. So nearby is the Nova Braga airport. We can probably sneak in here and get to the quick travel point. And quick travel to the Luftwa Valley. I think I unlocked. Oh god, what are y'all doing? Y'all don't want to live? If you don't want to live, I got a blast them. I can blow you the fuck up. I've been waiting to use this shit. I'm not going to use it because I don't want these guys to go on alert. And then I can't use the quick travel point. I'm going to put your happy ass to sleep real quick. Sneak in. And then quick travel out, baby. First we're going to steal these. Because I'm a no good, greasy, sticky finger, sneaky bank robber. I really like the way the bandana looks. We rocking it with the sneaking suit. The survival sneaking suit. The sexy sneaking suit. Who's peeking at me so tough? Why are you so goddamn nosy? I don't want to drop him in front of those other guards. And they'll go on alert. Let me just pop in my box. Oh, this guy is being a problem.
Go!
He wants to be a problem. Get that little nigga! Get him, Dee Dee! Get him!
Enemy presence detected. The map
Punk
has
ass
been
motherfucker.
updated. Please select a delivery point.
Grimy tactics engaged, baby. Alright, so we quick traveled straight to the legendary Ibis side op location. I think I missed that boy's head. What the hell? I suck. What's going on here? Alright. 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 I could not hit that boy with the trank. The entire universe did not want him to be tranked. I don't know why. I don't know why I start acting up in these goddamn side ops, man. I was about to blow him up. He's lucky. He's lucky I didn't have a grenade launcher. Get fucked up. Yo, who you tearing up at, bro? Sit your bitch ass down. Take your nap. Who you tearing up at? Fuck your decoy. We only really got 5 guys left. Let's clear this motherfucker out. Then we'll work on finding this legendary Ibis. Last time we came up in here, we were looking for Code Talk. We were trying to keep it low and slow, trying to bust out this S rank. Now we up in here just being assholes, tearing suckers up. Well, you got some blood on your shirt. Get yourself a handkerchief, clean that shit off. Grab this little music tape. I'm glad I can finally grab music tapes again. There was a period where I couldn't grab any of my music tapes. That has been fixed. For whatever reason, whatever was stopping me from doing that has been fixed.
Outpost captured.
I'm a piece of shit. I'm a noob tubing piece of shit. You bet your monkey ass. Oh, now let these dudes run up on me though. Really didn't get a chance to explore this little mansion the last time we came up in here. I'm trying to see if there's some goodies that I might have missed. Looks like I've obtained all the goodies in this area, but I still don't see the goddamn jackal. We got 2 dudes that rolled up, so that means 2 suckers are about to die. Snitching on me and shit. First of all, I'm gonna steal this shit. Then I'm coming to get your punk ass. Ain't nobody tell you to tell on me, sucker. Ain't nobody tell your punk ass to start telling on me. Where you going? You ain't driving away. Fuck you thought you was going, sucker. I don't want your body, but I will take your truck. Y'all yum got yourself some, huh? I bet you those are the guys that transported my cardboard box to this little area. That's the last transportation you suckers will ever do. How does that make you feel? And I'm stealing your motherfucking sentry gun. I don't know which one of these animals is the legendary ibis. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm probably saying it wrong. That looks like a common crow, but we'll kidnap his little ass. Okay, so the center of the activity is way down here. It's probably where we need to be. First, we're gonna put this motherfucking crow in our pocket. Give me your little ass. We're gonna keep it moving, baby.
That's the target.
Alright. We got us a location on the sucker. So I'm guessing I don't want to trank him while he's over the waterfall, because I'm not going to be able to get him. I'm going to have to let him come around one more again so I can snipe him while he's on top of here. Maybe I can drop him with the trank pistol. Oh God. Let me back up a little bit. I'm sniping birds. What the fuck is this, Red Dead? Got your bitch ass. No! Oh, I thought he fell into the water. I thought I was not going to be able to retrieve the sucker, the target, the objective. The little ibis. I think I got him right on top where we need to get him. You getting your ass up out of here. Oh, he gets a Fulton. I can't put his little blue ass in my pocket. Take your ride, sucker. Give my money. Give my GMP.
Side op completed. Side ops list updated.
Alright, so those are the two legendary extraction missions. Got those done pretty quickly, pretty easily. Damn! There's a whole lot of GMP coming in for that sucker. He was much more valuable than that punk ass. Is that the hand of Djibouti? Did we just get the hand of Djibouti ready for development?
Please specify a project.
You can do the Scorpion in Metal Gear Solid 5. Make a sucker get over here. The hand of Djibouti, let's get that developed. Alright, so we got the hand of Djibouti coming in 36 minutes. Got a couple of other things ready for development, but we really don't have enough GMP for that. Oh, I need this. I need this. I need this tranquilizer sniper rifle. This semi-automatic tranquilizer sniper rifle. So we need to get us some GMP. We need to do us some more missions. I love you, Didi.
Okay.
You're just a useful motherfucker. I think I said this already, but Didi and Quiet are the two best.
Support helicopter requested.
They are the two best AI partners I've ever had in any game. Just useful. And they don't get in the way. They don't fuck shit up for you. They're just useful. Love these two suckers. Alright, so we're gonna get back to the chopper. Head back to the ACC and deploy for another mission.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is... Have arrived at... Stand by.
I'm throwing stun grenades at donkeys. I'm throwing stun grenades at donkeys and I'm kidnapping their little ass. Get over here, little knuckles. I'm kidnapping your little knuckles. You really wanted to get kidnapped, huh? You just ran up into the... That boy just ran up into the frame. The boy wanted to be on camera, wanted to be in the walkthrough. Congratulations, sucker. I'ma name you Fred. Your ass is gone. See you later, Fred. Welcome to motherfucking Diamond Dogs, you little son of a bitch. I think I'm on drugs.
Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Got us a little bit of blood on our sneaking suit, but we still looking sexy. I love the way the bandana looks with the survival sneaking suit. I wonder what it looks like with the other ones. I think the blue really matches because of the blue in the bandana and the blue of the sneaking suit. Which is funny because I always thought that looking at that cutscene when the boss throws Big Boss off the bridge in Metal Gear Solid 3, I always thought that the boss's bandana was green. But it's always been blue in Peace Walker, Portable Ops, and it's also blue here in this game. Like I said, we got a couple of bits of blood on me, so we're gonna head back to Mother Base. We haven't been there in a while. Let's see what's popping over there at Mother Base. We'll take a shower and see what's really good back at Mother Base. We got a cassette tape. Let's make sure we get that notification off first. And let's head back to Mother Base. Let's see what's going on back there. First, let's claim this little reward. What a description, what a detail. Extracted a wild ass. Imagine just going on the street, seeing a girl with a fat ass and putting a folding balloon and just saying, I'll meet you at home, baby.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
Talk? Anything? Still living up to her name. How about you drop the act? Who infected you with a parasite? We can't let her talk. Put it back. All I want's a name. That won't trigger anything. Tell me. Tell me! Your lungs have been barbecued. There's traces of rubbing alcohol in your alveoli. This was found adhered to your lungs, intact. A petal. White Star of Bethlehem. The hospital. Skullface sent you to Cyprus to kill Snake. You were burned inside and out. That should have been the end of it. But, all things considered, you look pretty damn healthy to me. We have Skullface to thank for that, right?
I was the only one capable of applying them to parasite therapy. Until he stole them from me.
Why are you here?
Did Skullface send you? Or did you have your own score to settle with the boss? Refreshing? Salt water.
No! She'll die.
His life isn't yours to take. Enough.
That's enough.
If she wanted to kill the boss, he'd already be dead. Same goes for us. She's had plenty of chances. She can talk. She's not here to kill anyone. You're wasting your time. It doesn't matter why she's here. She works for you now. She's in love with the legend.
What makes you so sure?
I was the same way once.
What if she's a spy?
What if I'm a spy? Or you? Go on all day.
Boss,
Let her go. She won't speak, so she can't spread the infection.
Napagitin Tish? Mish Nagitin Ti.
Oh.
Idiki Blak Anat E.
Oh. Ako codec desni.
Dne Bizad.
Belagana gesnita. Katobe yasteta. Asetota. Dodoにした。ドドにした。
Alright, so that was pretty cool. We found out why Quiet is, well, we found out why she's quiet. She's been infected with the English strain of the vocal cord parasites by Skullface to kill Big Boss. And I don't know if she was quiet because she herself doesn't want to die, or I don't know if she was quiet because... Oh man, there's a whole lot of questions I have after that cutscene, but we're going to take us a little shower real quick. Get this little bit of blood up off me. You gotta keep it sexy in the sexy survival sneaking suit. Very interesting cutscene we just got right there. I gotta remember and make it a point to come back to Mother Base as often as possible, so we can get these little extra scenes and progress the story that way.
Welcome back, boss.
It's good to be back, Thunder Hippo. You want an ass whooping? You want some training? Take your nap. Now get the fuck up. No napping on job, sucker. One thing I haven't really done is the target practice training missions on Mother Base. Let me see what this is all about. You're welcome, sucker. So this is not like the target practice in Peace Walker. In Peace Walker, you had a score that you needed to get, and basically you didn't get an S rank on the target practice mission unless you got all headshots. What it's looking like right here with this target practice is that I just need to hit all 35 targets within, I think it was 5 minutes. So we're gonna try to knock this out real quick. Watch out, Hippo, watch out. Don't want to bust you upside your head. Damn. I'm glad they gave me infinite ammo. My aim is always booty cheeks. Looks like we had a couple down on this side. I got 2 more, and I don't see any more on top. Unless they're on this side as well. I don't even know why I did that. Just being a piece of shit. Here we go.
Side ops list updated.
Alright, so that's a quick and easy little 30,000 GMP. Knock out that little target practice mission right there. But we got that little cutscene required. We found a little bit more about what's going on with the vocal cord parasites. Let's head back to the ACC.
Roger.
And get set up. Actually, we've been going for a little bit right here.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
We're gonna claim these rewards. Then we're gonna head back to the ACC and pick it up in the next part. Let's also kind of clear out these database entries.
Station at LZ.
Alright, so we're gonna get to change Quiet's equipment. It makes the gray XOF uniform available for development. I think that's the one that she wore in the prologue chapter when she tried to kill my ass, but she don't be wearing shit. Her titties be out all the time. Why the fuck? Why would I do that? Why would I do that to myself? I like looking at the titties. Some people want to play like they're a little bit better than the pervert that I am, but I definitely have no shame in my game. I like looking at titties. So we're not even going to develop this. This should cost a whole lot of money to put the titties away. I don't know what's going on right here. We got gold titties, we got silver titties, we got bloody titties, we got normal titties. Then we got no titties. The most expensive development option as well. But that shit ain't gonna happen. Gray XOF. Kiss my black ass. Robbie tripping. Alright, so Hand of Djibouti is going to be coming in 20 minutes. That'll probably be happening after a mission. But we're going to do that in the next part. Let me just continue clearing off these encyclopedia entries right here. I remember we kidnapped an ass, a jackal, the black Anubis dog, and the Djibouti bird, the legendary Ibis. code talker. Is he there the entire time? Did I miss him? I guess that's where his little location is on Mother Base. Alright, so like I said, we're back in the ACC. We got a couple of things to do as far as missions, side ops, and main ops. We got a couple of tank missions, mine clearing missions I really need to do. I'll probably knock out that unlucky dog mission first, because we always like to get, well, I always like to get my diamond dog soldiers back and safe as soon as possible. So that'll probably be the next thing that we do.
Please.
And then we'll try to knock out the Cursed Legacy mission. A lot of these other missions are variants of missions I've already played, so we'll probably save those until we are clear with the main story. Unless I need to complete these to progress the main story, then we'll do that. But for now, we'll go with the yellow missions, the important missions, and knock these out at a later time. But for right now, this is the end of this part right here. We will claim these rewards. And ladies and gentlemen, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did and you want to see more, make sure you show the video some love. Make sure you share the video out. Hit that like button, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button, and I will see y'all in the next one.